MacKaye Trail. This is the Appalachian Benton MacKaye Interstate. I'm about 5 miles from Springer Mountain. It took me about 5 miles just to get there, and that's where the Benton MacKaye starts. So pretty. Not much going on today, just that stream and the waterfall starting out. Kind of spooky down in here. That's a cute little stream. I'm a little confused because it's 4 o'clock, but it's really only 3 o'clock. I'm tired like it's 4 o'clock. But I'm gonna have to keep going. The trail's pretty easy. Hasn't been that steep, it's been well kept. So I'm not as wore out as I could be. So pretty. The snow's melting. Alright, it's 6 o'clock and I found a pretty decent campsite. Let's see. Bryson Gap. I held out for this campsite because there's a spring down there somewhere. And the Benton MacKaye Trail goes on that way. So, I'm gonna get my hammock set up. It's definitely not gonna rain tonight. If anything, it'll snow. But it's supposed to be clear, so I'm not gonna put my tarp up. Hopefully it won't be too windy. But excited to see how my underquilt will do. Use this coat for a pillow unless I get too cold. Got that hung up there because there's been pigs around here. I don't want to leave anything on the ground. Okay, time to look for that bear tree. I made it to the Ocoee River, y'all. Lots of people down here. Second day. Benton MacKaye Trail. So I had to squeeze past a big guy on that bridge. It was so narrow. And I had my microphone thing stuck in my charger port, and I fell out and I thought it went in the river. But it was on the very edge of the bridge. And a little boy picked up for me, but I think I broke it. It like bent the thing up. So, $40 microphone down the tubes. It's a beautiful river. Gouda cheese on a Triscuit. Lunchtime. Pork loin jerky, anyone? So I just tested my microphone, and this little thing was like bent at a right angle. And I opened up the casing, put it back together, and it works. Imagine that. It's still a little bit bent, but I'm so happy it still works. 2,000 feet later, we have a view. Very tired mare on the mountain. See what that is? That's what you don't want crawling inside your sleeping bag. Well, you guys, I'm at a crossroads in my life. Should I follow the blue diamond or the white diamond? Well, it's day 3 on the Benton MacKaye Trail. It's been pretty cloudy most of the day. It's supposed to rain tonight. I just thought this part of the forest is really pretty. I'm headed to the Ocoee River again. I don't know how that's happened, but this trail does wind around. I hope to get some snacks there. There's a cafe there, they say. And then I have a 4-mile road walk. I wanted to get that out of the way today, so I'm probably gonna go 15 miles again. First day I went 17 miles. There's been a lot of woodpeckers out here. And some squirrels. That's about it. Oh, I saw 2 deer just a little bit ago. Aww, baby pine trees. Cool. Love pine trees. I think I might like the redwood trees too, but I've never seen one. They smell good too. There's some holly in there too. Had no idea there was Indians out here. Too bad I didn't bring my peace pipe. Hunters out here too. Not really, I think it's a shooting range. I seem to always choose a trail that goes by a shooting range. Still headed to the river. I don't know what those mountains are, but I'm sure old Benton's gonna make me climb them. I was almost down to the river and he made me come all the way up here just to go back down again. Now I made it to the river. I forgot to even check what time it is. I think it's 3 o'clock. I have encountered a small city. I bet they got something good to eat over there. A 4-mile road walk is commencing, and so is the rain. I finished my road walk. I got to see a lovely waterfall. It stopped raining. I was able to put up my shelter without getting all rained on. Got a pretty good wind coming, so I hope my tarp holds up. We shall see. Guess what? The rain went away and the sun came out. It's a miracle. Look at that blue sky. Ah, so happy. I'm about to enter some private land where the trail goes through. There's no place to camp. Of course, it's only 1 o'clock, but a few miles up, they made a shelter for some people because it's really a long stretch. I mean, you kind of break out. One area is private and go back in another area, and it's a long ways. So I'll probably stay at the shelter tonight. I've had 3 really hard, long days, and today I'll make 10 miles, so I think I'll take an easy day. It rained all night last night. My tarp held up good in the wind, too, so that was good. This is on the private land. Broad and spacious field. finally found some flowers. And a river runs through it. It's not really a river, but it just sounded nice to say that. And look, footbridge. Ah, the wilderness. Not. Got a little bit of road walking to do. It's pretty though. You see a horse. Made out of wood. Probably grapevines. Oh, is it morning already? Guess where I camped last night? I found the perfect camping spot. Ta-ta! It's a shelter in a private cabin subdivision. So thoughtful of them. Little Spidey. I'm glad you made your own little home. Stay out of my sleeping bag. There's another one. He's a little guy. Zip tape in action. The funny thing is, it's rubbing in a totally different spot than when I was breaking in the boots. Right here. Okay, so now it's time for lessons on the trail. I wanted to show you guys how my earth sack, bear sack works. So you got your food. I put it in this is an op sack, but you want to put it in some like a Ziploc. This is just an extra thick Ziploc bag, just to keep your food dry and try to keep the odors down. Just to limit the likelihood that a bear is going to smell it. Okay, so you have these strings and they cross. And you just tighten the top down. First one side and another one. Okay. And then you do this like you're going to do your shoelaces. See? And then you do an extra 2. 1, 2. And then you cinch that down. Get it good and tight. Because you don't want mice getting in here either. Okay, then you do it again. Okay, shoelace. And 1, 2. I just washed my hair. It's all frizzy now, so you can't do a thing with it, especially out here. Okay. Once you get that cinched down good, take this and we go find a tree. I think I'm going to hang it right up there. Okay. So you make a loop. You got a loop like that. And then you make another loop. I guess I don't have to shout. You got 2 little rabbit ears. You stick the loop in the other loop. Carabiner. Tighten the other loop. And then there's no way that's getting through there because that whole carabiner is not going through that loop. Okay. And I saw a lot of pig sign up there on the hill. So I don't think that this is boar tusk proof. So you don't want to lay it tight to the tree on the ground. This would not make sense. You can see I got the carabiner in the knot. Anyway, that's how I do it when I can't hang it. Ouch! Stickers. Blaspheme vines. Anyway, that's how I do it when I can't find a bare tree to hang it properly. I wanted to show you guys a close-up of the loops. And then you put this one inside that one. Take your carabiner. And then you got it secure. It's just the best way, I think, because if you tie any of the other kind of knots and a bear gets a hold of this and yanks on it all night, you're going to have a hard time untying it. So that's why I like this method, because these just pull out. Anyway, that's something I learned on YouTube. Well, you guys, guess what happened to all my food last night? Absolutely nothing. Safe and sound in this little bag. Well, it's Friday, my 6th day of being out here. It's a mile 65 when I camped last night, plus the 5 extra miles to get to the trailhead. I was hoping to do another 14 today. It's supposed to rain. So I gotta find a place to camp below the ridge for sure. Could be thunderstorms. I got my camera, iPhone camera on my shoulder strap. See how this works for you guys. No, I didn't use rubber bands for it. Actually, it has an elastic strap on each shoulder thing. Somehow I just didn't realize it was there. And my iPhone Max barely squeezes into it, which is good because it holds it tight. This is my fast, on level ground pace. I can usually figure I can always do 2 miles an hour. And it counts stopping for a break once. Not counting lunch break, it's longer. My pack is so much lighter now. All that weight was food. I encountered a spring yesterday afternoon. I got kind of greedy and loaded up my smart water bottle and my platypus bladder. You could feel the weight all the way to the campsite. It was nice not having to squeeze my water. Just, just good water coming straight out of the ground. It's cool. I keep hearing thunder, y'all. Another oddity in the wilderness. Someone's balloon caught in the holly tree. I'm surprised it didn't poke it. Scary stuff. So far it hasn't rained too much, just some sprinkles. Here it comes. Hey y'all, hey. Do I look like a drowned rat? I think it stopped. The sky's bright there behind me. Right there. It rained for about 2 hours. I stopped and ate my lunch, like huddled up to keep my feet dry. I had this over there like that. Not that they're dry by any means, but just the water pouring off. Anyway, I'm rambling. Okay. I'm really encouraged by the sight over here. See that bright area coming my way, I think. The woods are beautiful after rain, though. National Forest Wilderness. Now, does that mean there's no vacation cabins to be found down there? Just saying. Anyway, into the wilds I go. Double Spring Gap. That's called a boot and foil windbreak. Works pretty good. It's Saturday morning. I just discovered last night that I went over 17 miles. Definitely was not planning on that one. I missed my stop somehow. I was looking for a campsite at a gap along a creek, and the gaps are always named, and it was supposed to be Spanish Oak Gap. Well, this part of the trail, none of the gaps are named, and I never did see no creek with a campsite, so I was a mile and a half past it by the time I realized. I was like, man, I should be there by now. I checked my map. Nope. You passed it. So anyway, let's see what today brings. So glad it's sunny. It's very windy and cold this morning. Had trouble getting up. I camped by the spring last night. Fresh water. Elderberry Spring. It must be famous. They gave it such a fancy sign. Whoa, gonna fall in there. I still like the one I camped near last night, much nicer. Nobody named it though. I'm up here by Frog Mountain in Tennessee. Crossed over into Tennessee this morning. These trees are just very different. Kind of cool. Spacious campsite. Not too far from that Elderberry Spring or whatever it was. It's very cold and windy. It's cloudy, but it's sunny down in the valley. So I'm up here in the clouds. And there is the Tennessee mountains. Probably a few moonshiners tucked away down there. I found some more flowers. So pretty. The trail is just awful here. Been this way all along the creek. I got spoiled in Georgia. Well, this is it. Last campsite of the journey. Saturday, 7th day. My husband's gonna pick me up tomorrow afternoon when I get to the Thunder Rock campground. It's a beautiful spot. I think I'll have a fire tonight. Oh, hi. I'm just going over my meager rations that I have left. Mashed potatoes. The only reason I have these left over is because they wouldn't fit in my pot. I'm going to eat them tonight, though. Snacks I have for tomorrow hiking out. My almond sweet and salty. Slim Jim. And if I needed a liquid hydration, probably not need that. As cold as it's going to be tomorrow. 1 peach oatmeal, a little bit of extra oatmeal to add to it. And in here I have dried bananas and coconut. That'll be my breakfast. I just realized this is terrible. This is a rotten, terrible shame that I do not have enough coffee for tomorrow. How could this have happened? Oh my God, this is like for 6-ounce cup. And I saved this, I rationed this from this morning. It's the cappuccino coffee Folgers thing. I just put that in there to make it sweeter. I have no tea left. I have a little bit of stevia. The only thing that makes this bearable is I still have powdered milk left. So if anything, I'm just having hot milk with a tiny bit of coffee in it. I really don't know who packed this food bag, but they're in serious trouble when I get home. You cannot run out of coffee. No. Nope. Anyway, let's see what we got for supper. I got this left. I'm gonna mix the peanut butter powder, and I have some bacon bits left, and some veggies, and that's it. I almost feel like I'm on an episode of Alone. You know how they're out there on their own, starving. Only no one's gonna pay me $500,000 because I didn't pack enough food. Actually, I'm just dramatizing it. It's not that bad. You see that? My platypus bag sprung a leak. Zip tape to the rescue. This seam right here, it sprung like a pinhole leak. I just taped it up. Thankfully it works. I'll show you guys how easy this is. All right, water for supper. think it's a little wet. I think it's gonna go. We're about ready to go look for some gasoline. Now I have a hungry monster to feed all night. Well, not all night, I'm gonna go to sleep. Almost there. I can hear the roar of the river faintly. It's a beautiful Sunday morning. That's the Ocoee River. Well, y'all, this is it. This is where we part ways. I'll see you on the next section of the Benton MacKaye Trail. Oh, I wanted to show you. This is all I have left of all the food that I brought. All 7 pounds, 12 ounces of it. I didn't even pack this. Some trail angel left it for me and other hungry backpackers. So cutting a little close this time. I'm gonna pack more food and more coffee. Gotta have more coffee. All right, I'll see ya.